All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Ready?
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum.
What's up?
David, you sound a little tenuous.
Yeah, but I'm getting there.
You're getting, and you look 1,000 times better than you did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I am still struggling, but I am improving.
You're not
is
out
what
of the
I'm gonna say.
woods, but you can see the fields from here.
Yeah, I got a little bit worse after last time. I don't want to say it's because of the podcast, but there's no one who said it wasn't. and I'm starting to do better. So we'll see how I am after this.
Yeah.
We directly correlate
Right.
podcasts to illness.
If we turn it into like a daily podcast, you could be dead by Valentine's Day.
Please.
All right, I want to start out the show with a little unusual,
Yeah,
unusual
please.
thing. But, you know, when you put together a lifelong career, and when I say lifelong career, I don't want to exaggerate, but I want to say at least 40 years.
Yeah.
Maybe longer.
Maybe even 100 years.
100. It feels like 100 to him, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But special Penn Cinema Podcast shout out to our dear friend Rick Kastner on his long overdue retirement from the county government of Lancaster.
Congratulations.
Rick Kastner is a dear friend of mine. He was a mentor to me, an ally, a friend when we were both working for the county. I just can't tell you how much this guy means to me. And I was heartbroken because I was out of town for his personal retirement party. And then I was out of town for when the county commissioners recognized his 100 years of service.
Right.
Yeah.
You mean like you were in Lidditz and not Lancaster?
Right. Right.
Sorry.
Right.
I'm out of town, buddy.
I didn't.
I can't help it.
Right. I didn't happen to be in the courthouse, so
Right.
you know.
It was weird.
Well, no, I was in the courthouse, but I wasn't on the 7th floor. You know,
That's a lot to ask.
there's a whole elevator involved, and you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's commitment you're not ready for.
Yeah. So shout out to Rick and his family. Congratulations on your retirement. That is freaking awesome. And what's really great about this particular shout out is that there is zero evidence
That he would know that it happened.
that Rick or anybody who knows Rick listens to this show. But I want to say it anyway because the guy is an absolute saint. He's a great guy who, you know, just means the world to us. So give out a shout to him. Yeah.
Nice. Congrats.
There's somebody else you wanted to give a shout out to.
Yeah, there is.
A birthday boy.
A birthday boy who's celebrating his 100th birthday.
So actual 100th birthday.
Actual
Yeah.
100th birthday, which is what I thought you were leading into.
You're talking, of course, about my dear brother Breck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we flew out to Bellingham, Washington to wish him a happy 60th.
Whoa.
And spent all week making jokes about how he's 100.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. But now he's only 60.
He's only 40 years away from 100.
Right.
And to be fair, he's already done a 40.
Right.
So he could easily do another one.
He could do another standing on his head.
Right. Yeah. So it's not outside of the wheelhouse.
Yeah. So we got Rick Kastner, we got Big Brother Breck, and then you're saying an actual 100-year guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if the doctors were to meet this guy and they would say 100 years old, and that's a diagnosis murder. Don't you think? Yeah. That's
Absolutely.
Right. We're talking Dick Van Dyke.
Dick Van Dyke. Now, I excuse my ignorance because I know that we sold tickets this weekend or they're upcoming or something like that. Was there a big Dick Van Dyke special?
I don't know.
That we put on? There was some kind of thing, but I did not see it, so I don't know. Maybe you can help me out with this. Are you saying that if Dick Van Dyke was still alive, he would have turned 100 today? Or are you saying he is still alive and he just turned 100?
He is still alive.
Wow.
And he turned 100.
Or at least he was alive an hour and a half ago when you checked.
Yeah. And for his 100th birthday, he's tripping over 100 ottomans.
Right. Oh my God. The master.
Yeah, to see how long he can go.
He was the original Chevy Chase.
Oh,
The original, fall guy.
yeah.
So good.
Dick Van Dyke, such a great guy.
Love him.
Yeah. Along those lines of Dick Van Dyke.
Speaking of things that are 100 plus years old.
Right. Yeah. Have you been clocking
Yes, very closely.
what's happening with Warner? Okay,
Yeah.
so Warner Brothers. We all know as Warner Brothers.
Yeah, we love
Right.
them.
And not the Warner Brothers from Animaniacs.
Nope.
With their sister Dot.
Right.
But they are included in this.
Indeed.
Yeah. Warner Brothers was like, what if we just bought a bunch of companies, right? And then fired a bunch of people.
Right.
So that we were worth a lot of money with a lot of
Right.
expenses.
Right.
And then what if after that happened, we said, I mean, if you want to buy us.
You skipped the part where they lost $1 billion in revenue.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so they lost $1 billion
Yeah.
of revenue. And then they were like, well, what if, you know how we have TV channels?
Yeah.
What if those TV channels just took all our debt
Right.
and they were just their own thing with a ton of debt?
Yeah.
And then all this other stuff, like the movies, the video games, HBO Max, all looked really good. And then we were like, yard sale time.
Holla.
Holla. Well, Paramount tried to go for them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out.
And there was somebody else who didn't even make it to this conversation.
Oh, really?
I forget who it was, but it was somebody semi-interesting, and they didn't even come close. But anyway, go ahead. So Paramount
tried, and Warner Brothers was like, sorry, not enough money. And then Netflix came back with way more money.
Right.
And so the talk of the town was, it's a done deal. Netflix is going to buy HBO or Warner Brothers, which includes their games, their theatrical studio, and HBO Max, and any subsequent under I think it included Discovery.
Just assume it includes everything.
Well, it didn't. That's what I'm trying
It
to
didn't
get at.
include CNN.
It didn't include the current cable channels.
Right.
Right. But all their streaming stuff and TV shows and all that stuff were included, but not the broadcast channels.
Right. It turns out Amy and I we had to go all the way to the West Coast, but we found somebody who still watches broadcast TV.
Really?
Yeah, my brother and his wife are avid fans of all kinds of TV shows that only are on regular TV.
My mom likes broadcast television, but only if she can record it live and fast forward through the commercials.
Yep.
But she still likes it.
Yeah, so there's 3 of them.
Yeah. So anyway, it seemed like a done deal, and this was not great because Netflix was like, "Oh, don't worry, Penn. We're committed to the theatrical thing. We're going to honor everything through all current commitments. Yeah, current commitments. So you can assume, as soon as they got through any contracts that they had to, this is going to become a 1 or 2 week theatrical release type thing straight to streaming. It seemed like a done deal from hell. And then Paramount came out of nowhere and said,
Well, you used the word hell.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Paramount came out of nowhere
Yeah.
and was like, remember how we lowballed you before? Now we're going to highball you and go around the big ups and go straight to the stockholders and be like, look, we're willing to pay way more money and we want to buy the cable channels.
Everything.
Everything. Everything.
Right, right, right.
Last I heard, that's where it was under negotiations.
And that move from Paramount is referred to as a
It was a hostile takeover, right?
hostile takeover.
Yeah, because they went straight to the shareholders.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. What do you think of this?
Well, historically, you would say that a hostile takeover like that doesn't stand a chance. But the current environment that we're living in, you did not mention that the Paramount team includes the Trump family.
Right, I forgot to mention that.
And so the president has made it clear that he will be personally involved in any kind of approvals, regulatory approvals. So now Paramount is saying, not only are we offering you more money, but we have a better chance of getting the whole thing approved by regulators. Right. And it's a sticky wicket. I mean, the whole thing is a sticky wicket. And what I keep reminding myself is that the rest of the world is consolidating. The movie business has been consolidating. And the position of Penn Cinema and our trade association and every other responsible movie exhibition person is that any partnership that results in fewer movies made is a bad thing. So it would be reasonable to look at either of these consolidating deals and say, oh, well, there's probably going to be less movies made. But I don't know that. You don't know that. Nobody knows that. And what I keep coming back to is one of the silver linings of COVID, as traumatic as it was for the movie business, is that we finally got to prove beyond any reasonable doubt, that you make more money with any given movie by releasing it theatrically. Right now, our number 4 movie in the building, you can watch at home for free on Netflix. Wake Up Dead Man is our number 4 or 5 movie, I forget. I think it's number 4. Yeah, because Hamnet's number 5. And you can stream it at home for free right now, but the studio, which is Netflix, is making a ton more money by having it, available in theaters. So what I keep coming back to on this is there's nothing I can do to influence it, because
What?
and I'm nervous about it, and I have anxiety about it, and I'm not. I wouldn't call it a good thing, but I'm also trying not to overreact and be all doom and gloom like it's the end of the world. Because at the end of the day, as we're going to talk about in a few minutes, the Supergirl trailer is freaking awesome, and there's no reason to think that Warner Brothers, whoever owns them next year or the year after, there's no reason to think they're not going to continue to, want to have successful movies. Now, the other flip side of this is you could look at this and say, okay, well, if Warner's is going to make fewer movies in the future because Netflix or Paramount doesn't greenlight as many big projects, does that leave breathing room for a smaller studio like Neon or A24? Does that leave more breathing room for some of the mid-tier, movie studios, Lionsgate? One of the big movies coming out next year is Lionsgate, another Hunger Games movie, and so again, I think it's unreasonable to say that we all know beyond the shadow of a doubt what's going to happen.
Right.
It is big news though. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody in my business has an opinion about it. None of them are good. I think the only question is, to what extent do you overreact? You know what I mean? Like, I'm not ready to burn down, the world to oppose this deal. You know what I mean? I don't think it's good. And if you ask me, I'll express concern about it, but you got to adapt, man. You got to roll with it.
I think, well, a lot of the news coverage I've been seeing on it has been coming from the gaming side of it, because I didn't really mention it, but if you're not aware, Warner Brothers encompasses Warner Brothers Games,
yep,
but they also own DC Comics, which it's Batman, Superman, all that stuff. Harry Potter's Wizarding World, so all the Harry Potter stuff, and much more. So there's a lot of the gaming industry that's affected by this, and I think Netflix pretty much came out and said they were like, oh, well, the gaming stuff was just basically like an add-on, they just didn't, it wasn't even a factor, which I understand, but at the same time, it's like for part of a section of the world, it's a big thing. From a fandom standpoint, if we're not just talking about what will this do to movies not going to theaters, or are they going to go to theaters? If you look at a quality of output type of thing, and I guess I'm more talking their shows when I say this, but you look at Netflix, and here's the worry that comes with that. So for me, HBO does fantastic series, absolutely fantastic shows.
Yeah.
HBO Max and stuff. And so the fear comes, well, if this goes to Netflix, you'll really never be able to trust these fantastic shows will go anywhere, because they cancel everything.
Who cancels everything?
Netflix.
What do you mean cancel?
They cancel their shows. They do one season. It's a big thing about their their structure plan. They need to bring people in. So if a new season of a show doesn't bring new memberships, they'll cancel it before. So even if the show ends on a cliffhanger, it doesn't get a third. Stranger Things is a big exception,
right?
But it also has they also wait years in between, which draws people back. Back in. But they'll do a really good show. They'll do one season. They'll tell you another season's coming, and then they'll cancel it before. And so it's like, but then you look at Paramount, and Paramount show-wise just will churn out a continuation of a series forever and ever and ever with a billion spin-offs and not is to the point where it's not good anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like, would you rather have good things that end soon or like not so great things that go on forever?
I don't trust the oversimplified assessment of anything because how do you know that Warner Brothers is going to continue to operate that way? If let's say that neither sale goes through and Warner Brothers stays independent, you don't know that. They could hire a new CEO who's like, hey, you know what? They're really doing great things over at Netflix. We're gonna do that model.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I mean, I can remember a year or two ago getting beaten around by one of the studios. I don't want to say who. And I was kind of like, oh, so now you learned from Disney and you're going to act like Disney. You know what I mean? And so it's like you can't just trust that one company, because you like how they're doing things now, is going to keep doing it that way forever. And you can't trust that their quality is going to be good forever either. So I don't know.
So
I'm
really,
not saying anything. I'm just saying this is like so far over our heads, and it's probably not great news. But I don't want to overreact and act like it's the end of the world either.
There was a lot of it's the end of the world when Disney bought Marvel.
Right.
And that's worked out pretty good.
Yeah. And let's even say when Disney bought Fox.
Yeah, as well. But I guess it really comes down to, are we going to see a Netflix Peace Prize or a Paramount Peace Prize?
Right.
Which one are we going to get?
Speaking of when Disney bought Marvel, the first teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday, which is what, next Christmas?
It's next week. Oh, the movie.
No, the movie.
I think it's next Christmas.
Next Christmas, I think so.
Fall,
I think so too. The first teaser trailer for Avengers Doomsday is expected to debut with the release of Avatar: Fire and Ash, which, as you said, is next week. But Disney has something unique in mind, and I can confirm this. We've been getting all kinds of cryptical emails from Disney with trailer package instructions and all kinds of like heavy details.
Yeah.
According to The Hollywood Reporter, fans will not see one, but 4 different Avengers Doomsday trailers. The outlet Hollywood Reporter says the first trailer will play for a week before switching to the next one and so on. So if you want to see all 4, you have to see Avatar, Fire and Ash 4 times in consecutive weeks.
Yeah.
I can't confirm that, but I can confirm that Disney has something up their sleeves and very prescriptive with how we present Avatar, Fire and Ash.
Well, one thing to take to mind here is that they're telling you, or in this, they're telling us, that Avatar, Fire and Ash at least is going to get a 4-week theatrical release.
I could have told you that.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed. I also want to, while we're on the topic of Fire and Ash, let me just stand by. Let me pull this up because I don't want to like get it wrong. Say what you think about the trailers.
So here's what I think they're going to do. This is my hypothesis.
Ooh.
So it's been long rumored, 1 billion people are in this movie, right? From a lot of the different franchises, from a lot of, from Fox, Marvel, whatever. And it's rumored this is going to be a Battle World scenario, which the story of Battle World is all the heroes have to fight each other. I think each one of these trailers is going to feature a different franchise team. We'll have an Avengers one. We'll have an X-Men one, maybe a Fantastic Four one.
Gotcha.
Spider-Man one or something. I don't remember who's all in what, but they're gonna. That's what each trailer is gonna focus. It might be the same themed trailer, but done in a way to make whichever team is prominent seem to be the good guys.
Yeah.
So if it's the X-Men, it seems like the Avengers are attacking them, but if it's the Avengers, it's gonna see like the X-Men is. Theory.
Are you getting yourself hyped up for Avengers Doomsday? Because I see a little glint. I see a glint in your eye.
This is one of those things that seems really cool, and it'll be visually awesome, but it's going to be hard to pull off. There's just so many characters.
Right.
So, I don't know.
I mean, it's no... what's that movie about the taxi driver?
Yeah, it's no... Because you can't remember.
I know.
I can't remember.
I know.
Daddy-o.
Daddy-o. It's no Daddy-o.
No Daddy-o.
Right. Avi.
Avi.
Okay, David. I have a couple things to say about this.
Yeah.
First of all, Well, I'll save that for my second thing. So
First of all, second of all.
First of all, second thing.
Yeah.
My first of all, second thing is that I am low key getting pretty psyched for Avatar.
Really?
I'm starting to warm up to it. I'm getting. It's not the pre-sales are not off the chart. The pre-sales are good. It's going to open good, but I'm getting excited about it, and I'm going to watch it in 3D. But the first of all, is that what really makes me excited?
Second of all, first of all.
This is my first of all, second of all. So second of all, but first of all.
Yeah.
Firstly.
What are we talking about?
What planet are we on? Firstly, this news about the trailer game is really exciting to me because it makes me feel like Disney is going to bring us a fresh, like, I don't know how the movie's going to be, but the fact that they're paying attention and not just going through the same old motions of, crank out a trailer, we'll release a teaser in December and, like that kind of thing. Like they're a year out from the release and they are planning some, exciting things and some special things. And correct me if I'm wrong, but there are no Marvel movies between now and Avengers.
I feel like there is at least one.
Okay.
Spider-Man? I think Spider-Man is before this.
Yes, there's a new Tom Holland Spider-Man. You're absolutely correct. But I think this Spider-Man is its own thing.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
I know that it's part of the universe, but it's not gods with planets and spaceships and, that kind of thing. I mean, it might be, but people don't think of it that way. So there's going to be a nice long pent-up build-up. People aren't sick of Marvel anymore. We've had a long run. We've had Wicked. We've had Super Mario. We've had, what was that? Minecraft. We've had a lot of movies that have taken all the headlines and made all the money and taken all the attention, and everyone's like able to exhale and get a little break from Marvel. And now what I feel like is Disney is awake. They're not sleepwalking through the release of Avengers Doomsday. What this news tells me is that they're not sleepwalking through the release of Avengers Doomsday. And that to me is really exciting. So thirdly, getting to my secondly.
Yeah.
Third of all, I mentioned in passing on my second topic, which I presented first, that I was going to watch Avatar in 3D.
Yeah.
I want to give a special shout out to a customer whose name I don't remember, who wrote us an email and was like, basically, he was like, brah. Let me see it. I think I pulled it up. Well, I didn't pull up his email, but I can paraphrase.
Right.
He said, brah, I'm trying to plan when and where I'm going to see Avatar in 3D. I'm not going to go to IMAX. I'm looking for a regular 3D show. I mean, obviously, the best way to see this movie is IMAX 3D. But some people don't like IMAX, so they want to see regular 3D. So the guy was like, are your 3D screens going to be 48 frames per second, which is the high watermark? That's the best 3D presentation. Our screens were not 48 frames per second. So Drew and I got together and we were like, well, what if they were? What if they could be?
Yeah.
So I'm here to announce exclusively on the Penn Cinema podcast that we have upgraded our 3D systems. All of our 3D systems have now been upgraded. We had to upgrade our servers and we had to buy some shit, spend some money, but any 3D presentations that you see of Avatar will be in the highest possible frame rate. I guess it's not literally the highest possible, but the highest possible mainstream normal 3D presentation. So we're really excited about that, and I think it's going to look freaking awesome.
So you're going to have 3D both in IMAX and regular theaters?
Every show of IMAX is in 3D.
Oh.
Period. At least through January, whatever that week is, up through January 8th. I don't know if we might do some 2D shows after that. But up through January 8th, every IMAX show is going to be in 3D. And then in the main building, we will have 2D shows and 3D shows. So, yeah.
That's awesome.
So anyway, that's all the news,
It's fit to print.
It's fit to print.
Yeah. If only there was like some sort of...
If we should find a way to mark the closeout, although it did come kind of abruptly.
Yeah.
It was kind of like we were going along, fancying along, talking about 3D. You were processing it because you were trying to remember if this is the same 3D that we didn't like when The Hobbit came out. Which
HDR.
HDR. It's not the same thing. This is good. This is just impacting the quality of 3D. It's not impact. It's not high frame rate. It's not the HDR thing that you hated.
Yeah.
So anyway,
What if it was something like this?
yeah,
Oh.
I had to like swing to get into it. I almost forgot my
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but you did it.
I did it.
Got it.
David, this morning we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 10 trailers, and I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to say that 9 of them are really friggin' good.
I mean, my judgment of your judgment is lacking. Because I witnessed not once, not twice, but I think 3 times when I got here today,
3 times a
I
lady.
looked over and Penn was, quote unquote, watching the trailers, which meant the trailer was on,
Right.
but he was looking at something else.
Right.
And then he stopped it halfway through and then proceeded to ask me, what is that even about? And
Are you suggesting that had I chosen to watch the whole trailer, I would have known what it was
you
about?
might have known what it was about. What was that even about?
Right.
It's like, well, I mean,
What?
And then I was like, are you talking about the movie with this character? And he's like,
Right.
I don't know. I didn't see him.
All right. Well, you want to just go top to bottom, even though I think that will quickly expose our trailer of the week?
Yeah, you know, this is crazy because I'm choosing this one as my trailer of the week.
Right.
But
There were
hard.
some. Yes.
There were 2 other movies that almost stole it.
Yes.
So we're gonna say Supergirl.
Supergirl opens next June this summer. The movie's going to be huge. The movie's going to be awesome. This trailer is freaking amazing. You saw a glimpse of Supergirl at the end of Superman last year, and I'm immediately in love. I can't wait to see more.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see this movie. The trailer, we're talking about the trailer for Supergirl. The movie opens up next summer.
Yeah, and I think it's based off the book Supergirl, the Superwoman, the Girl of Tomorrow. I don't know. There's a story that this is like supposed to be really strongly based off of. We got to see a glimpse of Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Is that the Leatherface guy with all the studs in his face?
No, he's like he bursts through a wall. It's like black. You just see like a cigarette, stogie. He's like a biker.
I missed him.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
It's a blink and you miss thing.
Yeah.
But the guy with the studs is supposed to be the main villain.
Okay.
And, you know, you see, I like this version of Supergirl where she's, you know, jaded, clearly in her 20s, you know, dealing with the fact that it's a different look from Superman, who's in his 30s, who grew up without his family or whatever because they all died when he was a baby. And Supergirl, who was a teenager and her family, like, witnessed everyone die.
Right.
And like that kind of PTSD.
And it seems like she has a buddy in this movie.
It's a girl that she's going to help protect or get revenge on the guy with the studs in his face.
But I feel like the girl that she's going to help protect is also becomes a real ally.
A friend of some sort.
Yeah, I think the two of them are going to end up making a good pair.
Yeah. I will say, because I watched this trailer a couple times, it looks like Crypto might get hurt.
Uh-oh.
And I am not here for that. You don't hurt the dog.
Crypto's the dog.
Yeah.
David and I are both staunchly anti-animal cruelty.
Right. And maybe he just gets hurt and that like makes her get angry or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't like it.
David, I got $20 that says the dog ends up just fine. Speaking of dogs,
Yeah.
next up we have Animal Farm. Speaking
my
of
God.
animal cruelty, I skipped one just because the segue was too perfect.
Right.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
So Animal Farm opens on May 1st. And what's remarkable about this one, this is from Angel Studios. So this is an animated comic. Anyone who's read Animal Farm knows the story. And you see right away that it's from Angel Studios. And you're like, oh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be like a church movie. It's very nice. And then you hear this voice and you're like, boy, that voice sounds exactly like Seth Rogen. You know, it's so funny. And then you scroll through and you're like, holy cow. The cast on this movie from Angel Studios. And I don't mean any disrespect to Angel Studios because they have incredibly talented people from top to bottom. But this is an A-list cast. Why are you grinning at me? It is, isn't it?
I'm not denying it's Angel's cast.
Okay. Animal Farm from Angel Studios comes out in May and it stars, just for some starters, let me give you some highlights. Seth Rogen, Steve Buscemi, Glenn Close, Kieran Culkin, Woody Harrelson, Jim Parsons, Andy Serkis, Kathleen Turner, and Iman Vellani. I don't know who that last guy is, but I mean, that cast is stacked. Angel Studios has been wildly successful with a lot of titles, and we've never seen a title with that good of a cast.
Right.
This movie looks great.
I mean, does it?
I think so.
I think it's insane that they're trying to do this with Animal Farm. Like, everything about it just screams wrong to me.
Really?
Yeah. And this is extremely, it just like, I feel like Orson Welles would have been like ripping his hair out.
Well, that is, I didn't know Orson Welles, so I don't know if he would be ripping his hair out or not. I know you guys were tight. When did you meet him? 1984? Was that about the year?
83.
83. Okay, yeah. So he was probably influenced by you.
Yeah, by me.
I do think it's interesting, and I took note of this. There's a little lefty revolutionary vibe to Animal Farm.
A little.
Slight. And then
an extreme anti-communism.
And then
side.
Then you have Angel Studios, which is a pretty conservative studio.
Correct.
So kudos to them for being willing to bite into this apple and see what comes of it.
Wonder where the twist is.
I hope there's not there can't be a twist because the book is so famous and so beloved. They would be insane. They will not. They will not ruin this movie. I'm telling you right now, Angel Studios will not ruin this movie, period.
I just don't see how this movie's watchable.
Okay. Take us through the one we skipped.
This is a good one because I want to know what you think is going on here. This movie is called The Moment.
Right.
Starring Charlie XCX.
Right. This would have been my trailer of the week if Supergirl had not dropped.
And what do you think is going on here?
I think it's a fake documentary about a real pop star going through a real tour.
Okay. All right.
Is that correct?
Did you know that from watching the movie? The trailer?
I knew that from reading the summary.
Okay. All right.
The synopsis.
All right. That's the thing. Is I mean I knew that it's a mockumentary in the vein of Spinal Tap.
Right.
And I think it's going to be the same because she's British. It's the same kind of like long pauses.
That exchange about literal cocaine or metaphorical cocaine is just freaking gold.
I love where she's yelling at him and then she just starts smoking.
Right. And that's a very, like, to your point, that's a very English moment. Go ahead.
They're just, and then it pans out and they're just in a car together. So like neither of them have an escape.
And there's this long, awkward silence.
Yeah, this room's just filling up with smoke. He's like, can we roll down a window or something?
Maybe we can roll down a window, love.
Yeah.
The movie comes out January 30th. I cannot wait to watch it.
I think it's a good January movie. I think it's topical because, as we'll see, music movies are in. Music business movies.
I'm also wondering, maybe my kids will give me some feedback. I'm wondering if I shouldn't study up. Like, should I be a Charlie XCX fan?
Are you going to become a brat?
Well, no, not after watching this movie or the trailer.
Beforehand.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. There's a really great SNL Please Don't Destroy video with her.
Yeah.
Where they have it's not a meet cute, it's like a meet hate. Did you see that?
No.
I'll have to show it to you then.
Okay. Next up is another winner. Ready or Not 2, which we loved the first one. This is from Searchlight. They don't have a release date. It's listed as coming soon.
This has been talked about for a long time.
This looks like it's going to be a direct, like if you remember the first Ready or Not. First of all, if you like horror movies and you have not seen Ready or Not, do yourself a favor and find it and watch it.
It's also funny.
That's what I'm saying. It's funny and scary and exciting and has one of the best endings we've ever had.
Yeah.
Ready or Not 2 picks up immediately. From there, which I always enjoy. I really enjoy when movies do that. And it looks like it's going to be another fun ride. I thought this trailer was awesome. If Supergirl wasn't filmed, The Moment would be my trailer of the week, and Ready or Not would be my runner-up.
This was one of my two runner-ups for this week. It probably would have won. I mean, we've got Frodo's in it, the actual Frodo.
The actual Frodo.
Frodo Baggins. And then also Buffy the Vampire is also in it, Vampire Hunter.
Okay.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Is it Antonio Banderas as well?
I don't know. McLaughlin? Antonio Banderas McLaughlin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, this looks like a lot of fun. I mean, the premise is basically from the first one, things have escalated to a bigger game.
Yeah.
And she has to survive X amount of time, and her sister gets involved.
They drag they unwillingly drag, or against her will, they drag in the sister from whom the main character has been estranged.
Yeah.
As far as I can tell.
And this looks fantastic. It
Yeah.
looks funny. It looks gory. I don't know how scary. I mean, it's psychologically scary. I don't know how horror.
I feel like it's going to be the same as the first one, which is if you like it, you're going to love this movie. If you're not into the first one, you're not going to like this movie.
I remember seeing the first one, and it was, well, this is pretty post-COVID, I think.
Yeah.
And there was no one here, and watching it with my friend and just laughing hysterically.
Yeah.
And then both of us being like, how nobody knows about this.
Right.
Everyone's missing out on this.
There's so many good movies
Yeah.
between 2020 and let's say 2023.
Yeah.
I forget what year this one came out, but in that window there were so many winners that people just didn't see, or they saw them at home and they were like, oh, because they didn't get the actual theatrical experience, so they didn't appreciate how good the freaking movie was.
Speaking of missing a theatrical experience, I'm surprised that you aren't trying to get Taylor Swift in here. I guess there's no room.
Yeah.
With everything going on.
Yeah. You talking about her series?
No, I think it's this week it comes out, the Eras tour it's the last show.
That already came out.
That already came out.
Yep. Kayla's been watching it, and we all got together Friday night for a watch party to watch the first 2 episodes of the docu-series.
Oh, okay.
Which is incredible. We were all crying.
But that only came out like a week or so ago, right? The concert.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just surprised it didn't hit theaters.
Yeah.
Mother Mary. This is Anne Hathaway playing a Lady Gaga type pop star.
Yep.
And it says it's not a ghost story, but it has a little weird mystical stuff. Maybe not. At least psychologically mystical. She needs a dress for this performance, so she goes to an estranged friend who made her dresses before, and she agrees to do it. But there's a lot of animosity there and all this kind of stuff. This looks like this is A24 again. Which is the same as The Moment, so they're definitely on the musical trip here. I think this looks like it's going to be really trippy and probably really good. I don't know what kind of broad audience appeal it'll have, but it seems like an A24 mind trip.
Do you remember Lisa Bonet in Angel Heart?
No.
I think I have that title correct. It came out in the late 80s. It's a horror movie. And it turned out that somebody or other sold their soul to the devil, and she had this graphic scene. And
sounds familiar.
This movie gives me those vibes. Like it's going to be a regular human being, but then they get caught up in some voodoo stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Something happens. Yeah.
I think this looks great. I thought the trailer was really fun. Anne Hathaway, you wouldn't say she was unrecognizable, but she does not look like her normal Anne Hathaway self.
Correct. Next up, we have a very short teaser for a Blumhouse film that I'm sure is going to push some buttons. It's called Obsession. It looks to be the premise is some sort of company has a wish thing that you can buy or make.
Right.
And I believe a boy wishes that a girl loves him, and I'm assuming what happens is that love is an obsessive. She becomes a stalker who kills people, or if I can't have you, you should be dead type of thing.
The line is the boy calls the helpline and is like, is this real? And the helpline is like, yeah, because you wished it.
No, he says whether or not you made the decision for her doesn't make it less real.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not my cup of tea, but it looks good.
It looks like it could be interesting. Next up, we have one of those ones that I noticed you weren't watching.
I watched it.
Called Pose.
Yeah, James McAvoy plays a famous photographer who has this ranch that he loves, and
okay.
This guy it's where he took all these pictures, and
also wrong.
There's this couple who the girl is some kind of rock star. They're looking to shoot her album cover. and they rent out McAvoy's place, and they're supposed to have it alone, but McAvoy's there.
Okay.
And they're sort of starstruck, but also equally annoyed. And then James McAvoy starts sort of taking an interest in this young lady, and the rest is sort of unclear. You're assuming that some bad things happen and some lines get crossed. And pretty straightforward, David.
Well, I mean, you got some of the points wrong, but the main stuff was there. So I'm pretty sure it's not his ranch, and he is hired to do her photo shoot, but then they go away for the weekend, and he just shows up, and they're stuck there with him.
So he was originally hired to do the photo shoot?
He's the guy who was hired to do her a photo shoot for her album.
Right.
Right? And then after the photo shoot, they go away to this vacation or whatever, retreat, and then he just is there. And they can't get away from him. He's real creepy and stalkery and is taking photos.
Hate it when that happens.
Every time. Anyone who takes photos, probably a stalker.
Yeah. Next up, we have David's trailer of the week. It's called Shelter.
No, mine
It
was
stars.
Supergirl. This wasn't even on my ranking. I'm totally seeing it.
I'm being sarcastic because the movie looks bad.
It looks exactly like it should.
It looks exactly like it should, and I agree with David. I'm gonna watch it, and I'm gonna have fun, and I'm gonna enjoy it, and I'm gonna hate it.
Yeah.
And the movie's called Shelter. It stars Jason Statham. It opens in January from Black Bear Pictures. This is Black Bear Pictures is like sort of a startup studio, and they had some other title this summer that we opened, and literally like nobody came to it. We didn't hold it for a second week. Just to give you some idea of how poorly it did. I don't know. This movie looks like a cookie cutter. It looks good.
It's a Jason Statham movie. All these things are going to be crazy sounding to you. What if Jason Statham was ex-military?
Right.
And he was so good at military that they had to stop him from being military. Right? And and afterwards he was like, I was so good at being military. That's all I know how to do. And they want to kill me to keep my secrets, so I'm going to go off the grid.
Right.
But then, get this. A young teenager girl tries to befriend ex-military Jason Statham, and he's like...
No, I don't think you have that right.
He's like, get away from me. She brings him his food.
But she wasn't trying to befriend him. She's
curious about him.
Yeah.
And he's like, get away from me. But before she can get away from him... military comes for ex-military Jason Statham, and now he has to protect girl from military. Yeah. I will totally see this. It looks horrible, but I will totally see it.
Yeah. I was trying to look up what the other title we played from them was, but I couldn't find it. Next up, we have a movie this is the one David was correct. He was incorrect on my review of Pose, starring James McAvoy. I did watch that whole trailer, but he was correct. I was watching a midwinter break, and out of respect for David's schedule, I felt as though I could skim along here.
This was my runner-up.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I think this movie looks fantastic.
So I watched this movie, I skimmed through it, and then I said to David, what the hell is this movie about?
You had this playing while you were reading something else.
Right. And then I said, what is this movie about? And he goes, the lady has a secret.
Yeah.
What's the freaking secret?
Well, they're not just...
And he's like, you got to see the movie. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's about a couple that's been together a long time.
Like an older couple.
And they decide that it's time to reconnect.
Not a full-blown elderly, but like even older than Uncle Breck.
Yeah, even older than Uncle Breck.
Not as old as Dick Van Dyke.
No.
Right, but in that window.
In the window.
In that window.
They're in the middle of their second 40.
Right. Right, yes.
Yeah. So, and they go, and then the wife's like, look, I've been hiding, like, I have the secret. And it looks like there might have been a violent act where she was shot at or something. I'm going to guess that she, like, let someone else die to save herself or something.
I think she killed someone to save her brother or something.
Something like, there's like a shooter, and she's running, it looks like she's pregnant.
Yeah.
But she's been keeping a secret for ages.
I will say this about that.
The acting looks fantastic.
Everything about this looks fantastic.
What you saw.
That's what I was going to say. I cannot wait to watch this movie in Theater 1 with a cup of coffee and a everything bagel from Do-Si-Do. Like, this is going to be so fun.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this movie. It looks incredibly well made. It looks calm.
Oh yeah, it's
You know,
gonna be slow,
relaxing.
Yeah.
But then there's probably like it's going to build to some intense, like when you start to learn a little bit more about the secrets and about some of the tangled webs that she wove.
Yeah.
You know, then it's going to be a thriller. Maybe thriller might be a strong word, but it's going to be
It's going to be a drama. It is a drama movie with drama in it.
And there's a scene where the old man has headphones on, and there's like a single tear coming down his face.
Because he remembers being an Indian and seeing the trash
Right.
next to the road.
Exactly. Yes. I didn't know. I didn't want to give it away.
Right. Yeah.
Last but not least, we have one of my favorite actresses of all time, Jodie Foster, who apparently now speaks French, and she's in a movie called A Private Life.
She's spoken French for a while. She's been in a couple French films.
And
By a lot. I mean, a lot of French films. I'm just saying. It isn't new for Jodie Foster.
so I said to David, because this was another one that I watched sort of halfway, and I said to David, maybe we should do the show in French. And he had an even better idea. He said, let's do the show like a Tower of Babel thing, where we each speak different languages, but none of them well.
And then all our fans said, they don't already do that?
Right. Scott was like, the mystery gobble was like, well, maybe that would improve things. maybe that would help. I have no idea what this movie's about. David?
So this movie is about a psychiatrist has a patient, a lady patient who dies, and she goes to the funeral only to find out that the father or the husband, she finds out from the daughter that the husband blames her for the death of the wife. And then it seems like it's supposed to be kind of a comedy mystery. And through this, Jodie Foster starts to believe that perhaps the mother the client was murdered, and she wants to figure out who could have murdered it. But then there's a comical thing where for some reason she's talking to her ex-husband, and her ex-husband and her start getting back together. Apparently they've been separated for, let's say 20 years. And there's a funny scene where they're like talking about something and they start making out in the kitchen, and then this guy walks in and he's like, next is them at the table, and he's like, you ruined my childhood breaking up, and now I walk in and see this. So
Parents are the worst.
yeah. So it looks to have some comedic stuff in it while she's trying to solve a murder.
Yeah.
I think it looks like a good story, and probably a fun watch.
Yeah. I agree. I think it looks really well made. Jodie Foster just doesn't make bad movies. You know what I would love to see Jodie Foster in is the next Knives Out movie. She would fit in perfectly.
And hear me out.
Yeah.
Avatar 4.
Avatar 4. Is she in Avatar 4?
I'm just saying.
Oh, sometimes you say shit like that because you're like...
Because I know.
Because you know.
Yeah. All right, so both of us agree our trailer of the week is the Supergirl trailer. Highly recommend, very Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes. That's a great way to... Yes.
Yeah. All right, you ready?
Closely followed up by The Moment, starring Charlie XCX and Ready or Not 2.
Yeah.
I needed that.
This is like a weight off the
That was just, I feel like a weight. I'm going to make that my ringtone.
Yeah, you should.
And then I'm going to call myself so I can hear it.
All the time.
Right.
This week, we're reviewing a movie called Hamnet.
Hamnet looks heavy. I mean, this movie had the promise of seriousness and drama.
Yeah.
Really well written, incredibly well produced.
It's a story on how Hamlet was written.
Right.
Both of us were excited to see this.
Well, no, David was excited to see this. I did not want to see it.
And both of us did not see this
Did not
movie.
see it. We went together to not see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What are you doing this
busy.
week? You want to not see Hamnet? Okay.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, my health stuff, I just didn't make it.
Yeah, and I was out of town for, I thought, anyway.
Yeah, it's okay. We didn't see it. So, in short, I will give you the review for it that I read off of The Onion.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you know it's going to be
From
good.
The Onion, yeah.
It was a very short. It
That's
says,
a great.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Fuckable William Shakespeare has equally fuckable wife.
Oh my God. I can't believe you just said that.
That was the review I read.
Shady lady, I'm sorry
Yeah.
I let that happen.
Yeah, who knew?
Yeah.
Who,
The mouth on this guy.
Yeah, One of the worst.
Right. One of the worst. I don't know. I've heard good things about it, and honestly, it opened poorly, but it has been building and is now our number 5 movie. Yeah.
I would still like to see this at some point.
It's going to hold over. As of this morning, I was working on holdovers, and unless they get weird about like it has to hold clean, if it has to hold clean, then it's going to be done. But if they let me hold it over for shows, I'll hold it over for shows.
So next week we're going to do Fire and Ash.
Next week is Avatar, Fire and Ash. But I want to make a comment.
Okay, because I have a comment too.
Okay, my comment is we're going to review Avatar, Fire and Ash because you have to.
Right.
It's one of the most iconic titles in the history of the movies.
And we will be the only people we know who have seen it.
Right. So we need. So somebody's got to see it.
Yeah.
But I want to put out there for the record that there are 3 other incredible movies. One of them is my current movie of the year with Song Sung Blue, which I'm sure you started to see ads for. This is the Neil Diamond impersonator. Kate Hudson and Hugh Jackman are incredible in it. I cried. I sobbed like a baby. I also laughed really hard. It's a great movie. I'm also equally excited to see Marty Supreme with Timothée Chalamet from A24. This looks awesome. And I'll tell you a dark horse that I was not on my radar. But you know how sometimes I don't want to see a movie because it bombs, and I'm like I'm turned off. Like I can't get excited about it, and then I don't want to watch a movie. This movie is having the opposite effect. The Housemaid, starring Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried, is blowing up.
We did review this trailer.
Yeah, we watched the trailer. The movie looks great. I am really excited to see it.
That's what I was going to comment on is I have heard a lot of word of mouth about this movie from people who don't see movies.
Yeah.
Apparently it's based off a book.
Yep.
And apparently the book is really good.
And Paul Feig, who directed Bridesmaids, is amazing, and he's the director of this movie. So I have really high hopes for Housemaid. I think it's possible Housemaid... Well, David, in Lidditz, David is going to be the number 1 movie, like by a mile.
Yeah.
And I think on the strength of IMAX, Avatar will be on the number 2 movie. I think after that, it's going to be Wicked or Housemaid.
Wow.
Because the family audience is going to be split up between David, Zootopia, and SpongeBob. So none of those are going to compete, or Zootopia and SpongeBob aren't going to compete for the number 3 title. Anyway, so next week on the show, we will review Avatar, Fire and Ash, which I'm planning to watch in 3D.
Nice. All right, let's move on to listener feedback, questions, comments, so forth and so on. Let's start off with Atone Ballone, speaking of French. He says, I didn't know I could survive this long without a podcast in my future. Yes, I kind of lost my stuff, but I made it. I now need to go back to the theater, order lots of food, and veg out for a few more days. Life is good and Christmas is real.
Sniff, sniff, he wrote. Sniff. That's great. Life is good and Christmas is real. I'm going to go, if you could give me a minute, David.
Yeah.
I'm going to go change my email signature. So life is good. Life is good and Christmas is real.
Year round.
Year round. Right. For sure. Next up, we have Top 10 Sarah.
Which would have a theme if I could remember to be prepared for these.
It's the final countdown.
Yeah.
She spends a lot of time in Florida.
She does.
The final countdown.
Are you jealous?
No. Should I be?
I don't know.
No, I'm not. Top 10 Sarah writes, I'm in Orlando visiting everyone's favorite sister. We were watching Andor with Jen's hubby, James and the Giant Peach. The episode we were watching had one of Penn's plot pet peeves in it. And then she goes on to explain for the listeners who don't know, one of my all-time favorite or least favorite, most offensive pet peeves is, she goes on to explain, the bad guys were shooting at one dude and couldn't hit him with 40 shots, but the good guy shoots one shot and kills a stormtrooper. I mentioned Penn's problem, and James and the Giant Peach called it plot armor.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Penn. I just gave you your favorite phrase for 2026. Enjoy. The verdict is still out on the show. Everyone's favorite sister, of course, loves it because Star Wars. I like the story so far, but there are a lot of plot holes that are distracting.
I will have to talk to her about these quote-unquote plot holes, because I feel like Andor is rock solid.
Wait, is she talking about...
She's talking about Andor.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
No, come on.
Andor, I don't...
No.
There's not plot holes in Andor.
Pew, pew.
And if there is plot holes, I think maybe you just haven't gotten to the answers yet.
Yeah, it could be.
Because it is mystery. It's supposed to build mystery.
I give Andor like 100% on
Yes.
the scorecard.
Yeah, and in new Star Wars, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do we have a new Star Wars movie coming,
yeah, Grogu and the Mandalorian.
which we expect in 2026?
I believe so.
Oh my God.
There's a trailer for it that I think came
Oh my
out
God. Are we going to have another Avengers?
see it?
Are we going to have another Avengers versus Gugu?
Goo Gaga?
Yeah. Are we going to
I
have
don't
a
think
Star
so.
Wars Avengers showdown again?
We'll have to look it up. I don't know.
Oh.
What if there is?
All my money's on Star Wars.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Okay.
Well, maybe.
Last but not least, we have the Mystery Gobble who wrote in, David, it's good to hear you're on the mend. I can tell from the podcast that you saved up those 2 months worth of Pinkies Out criticisms and couldn't help but unleash on the first movie you two reviewed. Of course, he's referencing Wicked. Elphaba and Glinda surely felt your disturbance in the Force.
We do the gobble gobble. We do the turkey wobble. We do the gobble gobble.
I think that's the best.
Yeah.
I like his little soundbite there the best. No mention of appreciating my contributions to the show.
He went on in small print. He said, Penn, it was good to hear from you too, which I read many times as Penn, it was good to hear your face too, which I don't know why my brain put that in. I just thought it would be funny.
David, can we touch on the Gobble's note here? Have you gotten any listener hate mail from our listeners?
No.
Not even one?
Well, I mean, does he count as a listener?
I heard from 2 listeners.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to name names.
Let's call them your daughters.
Right.
Just if we wanted to come up with a nickname for these two listeners.
Right. So we'll give them a wild and crazy nickname, unrelated to anything. We're going to call them my daughters. And also, there was a third opinion. We have a new listener.
Yo.
We don't want to name names, but we'll call her my wife.
Whoa. These nicknames are
Right.
way out
They're
of
wild.
field.
It's wild. It's like James and the Giant Peach, my daughters, and my wife. All in one episode.
Yeah.
Right. All 3 of them had some criticism of the show due to what they reported as your wildly inaccurate assessment of Wicked. Unfounded, irrational,
Wow.
wrong assessment of the movie of a lifetime, Wicked for Good. Do you care to address your critics?
Look, I'm clearly in the right, but if you wanted to say that I'm not in the right, you could chop it up to how sick I've been. You know? I mean, maybe there was some sort of something rattling around in my brain.
Okay, so we've had a little time to reflect.
Yeah.
Do you still hate Wicked as much as you did 2 weeks ago?
I still think that the second movie is an incredible letdown.
Okay.
But I stand by the fact that if it was combined with the first one, a little bit shorter, the second half was a little bit shorter and tacked onto the first one, that it would have been way more meaningful and a lot more enjoyable.
You know, one of the best...
Basically what I'm saying is I stand by that I believe the play is probably really well done as a full story.
Okay.
But the movie, second movie.
So, ladies, he's obviously drunk again.
Yeah.
David, one of the best Ketchum family traditions comes from one of our non-listeners whose name... Actually, he's a pretty good listener. He listens sometimes, but he struggles with it too. We'll just call him... We'll give him a nickname like my dad.
You have some really good nicknames.
Some wild nicknames this week. My dad had some kind of thing in the karmic force where he used to get these Christmas gifts, and they weren't from his dad, and they weren't from Santa Claus. They were from an elf. On
a shelf?
No, not the elf. They were from a elf.
Oh.
A elf, not an elf.
Okay.
A elf. And they were always super fun Christmas gifts. So he was able to pass that tradition along to me. And now in my house, a lot of times there's fun little gifts under the tree. There's always a gift from me, and there's always a gift from Santa Claus. And then if you're lucky, there might be another gift that says from an elf.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I see that
Whoa.
has passed along here to the show today. I see that. What does that say
Says
over there?
To David from an elf.
Oh my God! You got a
That's
gift
crazy.
from the
I
elf.
got it. Me.
From an elf.
Somehow it passed on to me.
Wow.
This is crazy.
That's exciting.
And it's Paw Patrol paper.
Paw Patrol paper,
So-
of course,
My favorite.
obviously.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna open this.
Yeah, you better.
You're gonna be able to pass
Yeah.
on my thanks.
I will. I'll leave a note when I put out the cookies and milk.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Oh boy. And it's wrapped in something inside the wrapping.
Yeah, yeah.
That's.
It's fragile. It's a major award.
Oh my goodness. It is a skeleton cat inside a cat suit with a little cat next to him. I love it. I love it. Thank you.
Well, we know how you
Elf.
love. Yes, I'll pass
Elf.
that along to the elf.
And I mean, thank you for helping
I
me.
think the elf knows how you enjoy cats.
Yeah.
And I feel like if the elf was here to explain himself, he would tell you that he saw it and for some reason was like moved and was like, this needs to be part of David's holiday celebration.
Thank you, Mr. Elf
Right.
or Miss Elf.
Right.
I'm not.
Yeah.
You don't know.
No, you don't know.
This is great, and I love it. I love the little upside down heart nose that the skeleton has. Is great. Thank you.
I do think it's funny. Elf got his calendar a little mixed up.
Yeah.
Or her calendar.
Yeah.
Because this is not the last show before Christmas.
No, there's one more.
Right.
Yeah, but it's. I mean, it's good.
It sets a tone. It sets a nice tone.
The elf's gift doesn't overshadow the holiday.
Right. Plus,
You know?
we got Avatar coming, so that's going to be a big show.
I mean, that's the biggest gift. Of Christmas.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Look, we got a little bit more of the show left, and it brings me to like a big question that I've been struggling with all week. You know, I'm home, not feeling well, but there's something that's constantly on my mind. And this is Penn. What's up with you?
What's up with me? Really? Oh, right. I was trying to find a place to tap like the conductor.
Yeah.
That would have been the.
Yeah.
That's what I should have done. I should have just.
Yeah.
What's up with me? I'm really enjoying this show, or I finished this great show that Marley told me about called The Beast in Me.
Oh.
Amy and I are watching the morning show. Right now, as we speak, David,
Right now?
the New England Patriots
Whoa.
in Foxborough, Massachusetts are taking on the mighty Buffalo Bills. And I'm going to say that if they beat the Bills, then they are a legit team to be taken seriously and going to be dangerous in the playoffs. There's a lot of pressure on this game. So if they lose to the Bills, we'll still be excited because it'll be a great season. And you know, the season has already been better than you could have ever hoped for.
Right.
But if they lose to the Bills, that tells me there's trouble in paradise because it's a high pressure. Today is almost like a playoff game. So
Wow.
and Drake May is a
One
young
might call it a play-on game.
a play-on game. Drake May, as you know, the starting quarterback, he's a younger guy. You know, this is maybe his first time through, you know, the big games. He's been doing amazing all year. So it's big game today, so I'm really excited about that. And then last but not
It's
least,
happening right now.
it's as we speak.
Whoa.
Last but not least, we need to give a very special shout out to Kayla, the entire book club, and Will Turner, all of whom we all piled in the cars and met in Rehoboth Beach, Maryland.
Whoa.
And had a grand old time cheering on Kayla and the book club, who all set personal best records for the half marathon running distance.
Oh, I thought they were going to be reading.
Right. You would think, but they are known as the fastest book club in America.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep. It's true. There's a picture of them holding a sign and everything.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't just let you do that.
No. You what do you think? You just willy-nilly
Just take a picture?
go to CVS and
Yeah.
buy a piece of signboard and write World's Fastest Book Club on it and then take it to the race and then take a picture with it? You think they just let you do that?
No, clearly not.
No.
Or everyone would do it.
Right. Nah, bruv.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our boy Will Turner completed his first ever marathon.
Now, congratulations, Will.
And
But
Kayla.
I want to ask, and Kayla.
And Lauren.
Yeah. The double Lawrence.
The double Laurens and Emma.
Especially.
Especially Emma.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't think I had to mention this. That was one I'm most proud of.
Right, obviously.
Yeah. And please make sure that she knows.
Right, yes.
Is Will Turner the same Will Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean?
David, I respect his privacy, so I don't think I need to comment on that.
So
I think
what you're
he's just
saying-
trying to live his post-Pirates life as,
What you're saying is that Kayla can only see him once a year when he can come on land.
right.
Okay.
This is Marley's boyfriend.
I meant Marley.
Right, you meant
But
Marley.
Kayla's also
Kayla
around.
is also in that same
Yeah.
boat. Right.
Yeah, she can also not see him in this.
Which
Yeah.
is why they had to run in the Rehoboth Beach Marathon, so that
Right.
it was convenient to the sea.
Right. Yes. Exactly. He came out and did
That's
the
what I'm
run
saying.
and returned
Right.
to his ship. Yeah.
To the depths of the ocean where he lives. Right.
Interesting.
What was also interesting about it is Will is originally from Florida, just like his pirate alter ego, and was up this weekend to see one of his first ever snowstorms.
Whoa.
Had his first ever snowball fight.
Whoa.
And his first ever shoveling the driveway.
And did you admire this from the window?
Yeah, I was upstairs in my jammies with a cup of cocoa. Every now and then I would open the window and tell him, "You missed a spot."
Gotta really push to get that ice.
Now put your back into it.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. David, what's with you?
Let me tell you what's with me. It's been
Oh my God.
A
So
lot.
you have here written on the show notes ER. Is that the show you're watching or the place you've been? Or both?
thankfully this time it's only the show I've been
Okay.
watching. Some weeks it's been both.
Right.
I'm at the point where John Leguizamo is part of the show,
Oh, yeah.
but not a main cast member. He's been
Yeah,
on
yeah.
like a ton.
Yeah.
And I don't want to say that I'm still enjoying it, but I'm not enjoying it. am kind of like just addicted to the story.
Yeah.
At this point,
Gotcha.
you know what I mean? Like it's not like, oh, I love what I'm seeing as much as I just want to see what happens.
Yeah.
But so-
I can relate to that 1,000%.
yeah, and it's like by focusing on it, I'll get the
Yeah.
answers sooner.
Yeah.
And then I've been playing, as I mentioned before, that started while I was really sick and has, as of yesterday, I beat Spider-Man 2.
Oh, snap.
I know that's amazing. But I just want to say the story in these Spider-Man games, just like, holy Hanukkah, man. Like the movies could take a lesson from the way that these guys do storytelling and
Yeah.
like we weave in multiple characters and stuff, and it's just a fantastic Spider-Man storytelling. I
love
know.
it. So good.
So good. That's all I've been up to.
All right.
So, all right. Well, next week, look, we're going to be back for Avatar: Fire and Ash. We are going to be two of the millions of people to see this movie, but probably the only two that will actually admit to and talk about it. Because you'll never get anyone to say that they've seen the movie.
Right. Sometimes it's like I'm looking in a mirror.
It is.
You know? You ever
It's
get that sense?
crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
What David's referring to is the Avatar phenomenon, which is last year we had the movie here and it was our number one movie by a long shot and grossed over $1 billion with a B dollars. But David and I did not know anybody who had seen it.
Right. But clearly people had.
Like the auditoriums were packed, sold out, packed. I could look through the projection window and see 100 people sitting in Theater 5. And yet we just
Didn't know anybody.
such
who'd
an
seen it.
interesting phenomenon.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we are, as David said, we are very excited to come back next week with a full review of Avatar: Fire and Ash.
And if you want to be a part of this story,
Yeah.
go ahead and write us at our new email address, podcast@penncinema.com.
Yeah.
That's the new one, podcast
Yep.
at penncinema.com.
Yep.
But if you want to be a part of the show in another way,
Yeah.
what's the best way people can do that?
Well, the very best way is to tell a friend.
Yeah.
But I feel like we should clarify that because what we've been getting is we've been getting some comments from people who say they were here and they really enjoyed the movie,
Yeah.
but they did not enjoy the ushers who were coming in and tapping people on the shoulder and being like, have you listened to the Penn Cinema podcast?
Yeah.
Are you gonna if you want to? So you want to tell a friend, but don't tell a friend during the movie, right? You should do it before the movie or after the movie, but typically not during the movie, right? Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, it should be, not during.
No, that's
Unless it's one of those scenes where like like Lord of the Rings, where he kicks the helmet and it hurts, and you're gonna lean over and be like, he really broke his toe. He really hurt himself when that happened.
Yeah.
Also, you should listen to the Penn Cinema podcast.
Right.
Only if it's that kind.
Right. Or the other time that it's okay to tell someone during a movie is if it's like the movie's at a really critical and really quiet part.
Yeah.
So that everyone in the room can hear you.
If you can do it once for the whole auditorium,
that's ideal. Ideal.
Yeah.
Preferably like really close to the end of the movie at the most critical part when it's most quiet.
Yeah, I like to do it right as like the girl's about to go into the room where the bad guy is.
Right.
In the scary movie. Don't go in there. Listen to the Penn Cinema podcast.
If she had listened to the show, she wouldn't have done it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. But if you, so tell a friend, but use some discretion in so doing. That's what we're saying.
Good. All right. Well, once again for the Penn Cinema podcast, I'm David Walton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum.
Take care
and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.